I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Howdy doody. What's going on, guys? Your old buddy Yard Boy coming at you here on a Tuesday afternoon, and kind of got some updates I wanted to share with you. Don't really have any mowing footage today because I'm not mowing any grass today for two reasons. Number one, things are starting to get pretty dry here in the Nashville area, and so I'm kind of on a case-by-case basis, checking around with my customers and seeing who needs to be mowed and who doesn't. Once again, the city that I mow most of my clients in has gone on water restrictions. They're not allowed to irrigate at all. So, you know, I don't have that many that are on irrigation, but I do have a few. And the ones that are not on irrigation, they're getting pretty crispy. I got around to everybody last week, and quite frankly, until we get some rain, which there's a chance of rain in the forecast later this week, things are going to kind of slow up a little bit. Second reason being is the Turf Tiger is still in the shop, but I got an update from the dealer this morning about 8 o'clock. The technician got into it, and he sent me this picture, and I will try to include this picture here in the video if I can. Got a bunch of grass clippings in the gas tank. I have no idea how grass clippings got. I mean, that's caked in there pretty good. I have no idea how that got there. I was talking to Big Mo and talking to Doc about it earlier today, and the only thing I can remember is maybe 6 or 7 weeks ago, I just simply forgot to put the cap on at the gas station when I was filling it up one morning. But I don't remember mowing any grass with the gas cap off. That's possible, but I don't remember it. So either way, the dealer's dropping the tank. They'll have to drain. It had a full tank of gas in it, y'all. Full tank. So they're going to have to be draining all that out. They're going to go ahead and replace the fuel line, the fuel filter, anything where, you know, it might have gotten in there and gotten contaminated. So, but who knows? I mean, you know, that's that 10-year-old machine. It could have been just slowly building up, but it's consistent with what the problem was. I'll say that after you run for, you know, 20 or 30 minutes, it would start like it was running out. It literally felt like it was running out of gas, and then it would go and it would try to die, and it would go and it would try to die. And when I think about it, that's consistent with all that stuff sloshing around in the tank and possibly getting into the pickup of the tank. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they should get that done today, I think, and then maybe get me back out in the field. But as I said, I don't anticipate mowing everybody this week. There will be a handful that I might get around to, maybe Thursday or Friday. Tomorrow, I've already committed to taking my daughter and some of her high school basketball teammates to a camp in Gunnersville, Alabama. And luckily, thankfully, this is the last week of summer practice and summer scrimmages. So we'll be down without of that throughout the month of July until that they start practicing again, I think, in August. But you know, she's turning 16. I'm trying to spend all the time I can with her. And that's one of the perks of being self-employed, guys, is, you know, yeah, you got customers that depend on you, but when you run into circumstances like now with the weather, that things kind of slow up, and that's typical for Middle Tennessee. usually around June, we start getting some dry weather, and grass slows down a little bit, and we're able to take some breaks and whatnot. And then typically around the 4th of July, we start getting some rain, and everything just picks back up, and then all the crabgrass starts growing. Ugh. But I wanted to share something else with you today. For years, I have just used whatever gas can was out there. And like most of you that you may be around my age, you remember when we didn't have all these things to save us from ourselves. Interpreted government regulation on gas cans. And I got to tell you, some of the things on gas cans in the last few years are they're just asinine. They're stupid. That are supposed to be designed to keep you from spilling gas. I don't know about y'all, but it usually makes me end up spilling more gas than I would have on one of the old conventional gas cans that were free flowing. I had heard a lot about the Sure cans. Let me say this, they are in no way compensating me to do this at all. None. But over the winter, I made the switch. All of my primary gas cans, I have a 5-gallon can that's there for a reserve for the mowers if I run out. And then I also have another 5-gallon can. It's a diesel can. It's yellow. But what I do with it is that's how I mix up my 2-cycle gas. I mix it up 5 gallons at a time. And then I have a smaller 2-gallon can that what I do is I just run off of that 5-gallon can as I need it. Well, I bought the Sure can in the 5-gallon, the 2-gallon, and then my in-laws knew I wanted it, and they got me the diesel can for Christmas. I think it was Christmas or birthday, one of the two, I can't remember. But the 2-gallon can, I noticed really in the last month or so that when I would stop at each stop to fill up the trimmer or the blower, it would have gas sitting in the tube. And for those of you that are familiar with the Sure can, you got the trigger that you pull that lets it float, and you can adjust that hose to whatever angle you want it to. Well, I was noticing there would be gas already in that tube, so when you fold it down, it was spilling out. And going down the road, going down the street, that tube was filling up and it was sloshing out all over everything. So on a whim, I went to the Sure Can website, and they had a place you could click on and fill out a warranty claim. And so I filled that out and never heard anything else about it. Quite honestly, I've forgotten about it. And it got so bad, I just went back to my old vented can that I was using for 2-cycle gas, because you don't want to be losing gas in this day and age when it's $4.55 a gallon. So today I had to take my wife and daughter to some doctor's appointments and get home, and the UPS man's been here. And I looked down and I had this waiting on me. Now I've already opened it, and disregard this hole. My daughter's psychotic dog has this fetish about chewing up cardboard, and this came FedEx. My UPS man knows to put our deliveries up on top of our deep freezer on the back porch. This was set down on the ground, so the dog got into it and chewed it up a little bit, but it's just some cosmetic damage on the box. Stupid dog. And so open it up, and voila, got a brand new 2-gallon, or they're 2.2 gallons, 2.2 gallon Sure Can, and that will be used for my 2-cycle mix fuel for the trimmers and the blowers. And then, like I said, I use a 5-gallon can to go ahead and mix that up at the gas station, and then it just stays at the shop. And each morning I kind of pick that thing up and jiggle it around and see if it needs enough gas to get me through. 2 gallons of two cycle mix in the summertime will usually last me about 2 weeks, because you know you're not trimming as much in the summertime and edging and whatnot. Now in the spring, when it's thick and you're having to cut new edges in, yeah, you might get a week out of it, week and a half tops. So and then when the fall comes around, you're running the blowers a lot more. Of course, the 2 cycle mix consumption picks up as well. So I want to give a shout out to SureCan. Like I said, they're not compensate me in any way for this, but wanted to thank them for doing right by their product. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'll have to check and see. I believe they have a lifetime warranty on their products. No, excuse me. Emission warranty value. Well, this says an emissions warranty is valid for a minimum of 1 year from date of purchase. And I had actually purchased that through Amazon and had it shipped here, but this looks like this came straight from the factory. So, and then some of you, I think it's worth noting, you can see that there, built in the USA. And guys, more and more, we've got to do everything we can. I know it's tough. I know it's hard to find the things that are exclusively built in the USA. But I try to, every chance I can, support that and go that way. But it's tough. So shout out to SureCan, an American-built product that so far I've really liked using their product, and I'm glad they stand by their product. And you know, good on you, SureCan. Like I said, guys, no mowing footage today. This is kind of a boring deal. I guess I'll kind of let you see my personal yard. I mowed that Sunday. My yard has a heavy mixture of Bermuda grass with a little bit of fescue and a whole lot of clover. It's just it is a hodgepodge of whatever I've got left over from overseeding other customers' yards in the fall. Although I told my wife today I have not done an overseed on this yard. I haven't even aerated this yard in 2 years. It's getting it this year. I'm gonna treat my yard right this year and do an overseed on it. I typically like to overseed it with perennial ryegrass, and throw a little 3-way fescue in there with it too. But I'm gonna treat it right so I can show it off, because several years ago I had it in real nice shape, Clark. So we're gonna do that, take care of that this year. Hey guys, while you're here, leave me a big thumbs up on the video if you don't mind. It really helps out. And if you haven't done so, I can't imagine why you wouldn't, but go ahead and hit that old subscribe button and ring that bell up there so you'll know when there's new content on the channel. And for all things Yard Boy, head over to www.theyardboy.net. Don't forget to click on the link there and get you a sample pack of the Rehydrate and Spark Energy drink that I use every single day. I promise you won't regret it. And if you do so, hey, you make another order, I'll give you a free bag of Rehydrate or Spark, your choice, free of charge, because I'm that kind of guy. And hey, y'all keep them straight out there now.
Howdy doody.